The constitutional referendum will be held on Sunday, 16th April 2017. Voters will vote on a set of 18 proposed amendments to the Constitution of Turkey. The amendments have long been suggested by the governing AKP and its leader, President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, as well as being agreed to by the opposition Nationalist Movement Party, the MHP. After being signed by the AKP's 316 MPs, the 18 proposals were presented to the Parliament for ratification. Constitutional amendments need a 3/5 majority to be put forward to a referendum and the 2/3 majority to be ratified directly. Parliamentary voting began on 19 January, and the final motion to enact the approved amendments was approved by 339 votes, surpassing the 330-vote threshold to hold a referendum, but falling short of the 367-vote threshold needed to enact the amendments directly. The amendments include the introduction of an executive presidency that would replace the existing parliamentary system of government, the abolition of the office of the Prime Minister, the raising of the number of seats in parliament from 550 to 600, the lowering of the age requirement to stand as a candidate in an election from 25 to 18, changes in the Supreme Board of Judges and Prosecutors, and the abolition of military courts. According to the new amendments, presidential and parliamentary elections will be held on the same day every 5 years, and the president, who is elected directly by the people for a 5-year term, will be allowed to act as the leader of a political party, and the elected president can be re-elected for only 1 more term. By the abolition of the office of Prime Minister and the cabinet, the president becomes the sole executive authority. The president becomes both the head of the state and head of the government, with the power to appoint and sack ministers and vice presidents. And these appointments will not need a parliamentary approval. The president will have the power to issue executive decrees, declare a state of emergency, and dissolve the parliament. However, the execution of decrees and state of emergency will be subject to the ratification of the parliament. Also, the budget will be prepared by the president and presented to the parliament. The amendments also include new regulations about checks and balances between the branches of the government. The supervisory power of the legislative branch over the executive branch is considerably curtailed. Under the proposed draft, vice presidents and ministers will be no longer responsible to the parliament, but the president.